Hello everyone, this is Manny, Lord of Insanity here, and wow, I had such a great week when it came to picks last week. I did amazing, and this was a pretty eventful weekend. And welcome, this is the Alliance of American Football, Week 8, my picks. Okay? And let's just hop right into it. Alright, starting with the very first, first bit of news. The Orlando Apollos have clinched a playoff berth. They are the only team right now who have. So this is clinched playoff berths allied, and they're the only ones there. Congratulations, Florida. And if Florida Gator, if you're watching this, congratulations, your team's in the playoffs. Hopefully not. I don't think they will, because I doubt it, because my team's gonna win. But, maybe they'll do something in the playoffs. Which basically means they'll either win or they'll lose. Now, jumping right into it, the very first game of this week is going to be on Saturday, March 30th at 1 p.m. Central Time. The Orlando Apollos are sitting at 6-1, and the Express are sitting at 2-5. Now, normally when you look at that, it's like an obvious choice. The team with the better record is going to win. But this is something unique. While the Apollos, they have lost the game, it was a tough game. The Express, they just beat the Iron, which is the number 2 team in the East. Which honestly, at the beginning of the year, whenever they were 3-0, I would have considered that impressive. But since then, now, Dirty Rob TV, Rob, you can watch his. He was kind of like backing up on the Iron at first, but then he's like, yeah, they're actually a pretty good team, but he thinks they're overrated. Me, I thought they were really good at first, but now I'm backing up. We're kind of switching now. And it was before the Express played. Now, this was a big win for the Express. It was a hard win for the Express. But now they're going up against the Apollos, which they have. The Orlando Apollos still have the number 1 ranked offense. The Express, they just got Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football. This could mean something. This could be a close game. And with Johnny Football, especially how he played last week, I think it will be like decently close, especially a lot closer than when they played last time. The difference here, though, is the Apollos, they have a much, much, much better defense than the Express. Okay? The Apollos, they do have good offense. The Express, they just now got a pretty good offense. But the Apollos have a good defense. The Express still do not. Their defense is still running a bit slack, which makes my pick for this first game the Orlando Apollos. But like I said, this one's going to be a lot closer than it was last time. I think it's going to be about like maybe 29-23 for the Orlando Apollos. The Express are doing really good. And I think they're going to do good throughout the rest of the season. They're going to show Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football, he can still play. I think their chances of this season is practically gone. They're still not eliminated, but they're not really going to do anything this year. They need to start over, regroup, and try again next year. Sorry, Express. Sorry, Rob. Bet you're excited for next season, though. The very next game is going to be at Rice-Eccles Stadium. It's going to be between the Fleet and the Stallions. It's going to be on Saturday, March 30th at 7 p.m. Central Time. And this is kind of like the battle of the bottom dwellers, right? The Salt Lake Stallions, here's the thing, they have flashes of goodness, and this is the Fleet as well. Both the Fleet and the Stallions. Their wins aren't very impressive. Their wins come because the other team was dealing with something. But their losses, they show that they're good. They can play pretty good. They can do pretty good. But then, whenever it comes to the long run, towards the end of the game, they fall apart and they can't hold it. The Stallions can't win. The Fleet can't win. They're both good teams that are just really inconsistent and don't play full games. Here, I think the Fleet are going to win, though. I think they're slightly better than the Stallions. But they're both, it's just, this could go either way. This could easily go either way. But I have the Fleet because the Stallions, I think they're the ones that are going to crash and burn the most and crash and burn first in the game. The Fleet will be able to hold on and keep it together just long enough to beat the Stallions. So I have the Fleet winning 23-14. This game is going to be the most obvious pick this week. Yes, you would have thought that the Apollos versus the Express would be the most obvious. The top of the East versus the bottom of the East. No, that's not exactly the case. This because the Express have gone a hell of a lot better. The Legends, on the other hand, they are basically the team that is practically a free win base. You go up against the Legends, they are horrible. They have the worst offense in the league, and they have the worst defense in the league. They had the worst offense before the Express got Manziel. They were the worst team from the beginning all the way to the end. They have not done much to improve. They are just an all-around horrible team. They just need to. They're gone. They're not eliminated. They're not eliminated, but they are. They have no chance this season at all. If they do a miracle run, it's going to be a miracle. That's all they have left. It's a miracle, a prayer. That's it. They are not a good team. They're not even like the Fleet and the Stallions, where they have flashes of goodness. No, the Legends are just complete and utter crap. So, the Iron win. The Iron may be overrated, but they are at least a team. So, the Iron win in a low-scoring matchup, 15-9. And then here is another game that is actually a pretty close game. The Arizona Hotshots versus the San Antonio Commanders. Now, both teams are going to be playing each other, trying to keep their... the Hotshots are trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. They are just like barely in the playoffs right now. The Fleet can easily pass them. But the Commanders, they aren't exactly in a solid spot either. But though they practically they basically have a playoff spot now, but it's not guaranteed yet. They are both really good teams as well. They're both solid teams with a solid offense and a solid defense. Neither one of them have the best offense, neither one of them have the best defense, but it's a solid all-around team. This makes this really hard. This could go either way. The Commanders are at home, though, at the Alamo Dome, Sunday, March 31st, 7 p.m. Central Time. Commanders are at home. This is going to be a nice Texas crowd, give them a great home field advantage. The Hotshots are, sadly, they're not going to do as well against the Commanders. They're going to do well. They're just not going to be able to go over the Commanders in this game. They're going to fall to Commanders 27-25. It's going to be a really close game. This could go either way. This is a toss-up. Like 3 games this week is a toss-up. Even the Apollos vs. Express. But I'm calling the Commanders. They're at home. They're on a nice hot streak. I think they're just I think there may be a more solid team than the Hotshots. Even though they are lower in the power rankings, I think they're a more solid team. And I just think they're going to be able to get this win at home with the home field advantage and all of this. Last week, like I said, last week was a wonderful week for me. I went 4-0. I went perfect. I called the upset and it was beautiful. Okay, I was going 2-2 all season. I did my first pick'em videos where I sat down and I thought about it, and I had a gut feeling for the Express winning, and I went 4-0. I had that gut feeling that Express would be able to overcome the Iron. The Iron fell to the Express in overtime in a great game. It was a great game to watch. If y'all missed it, you need to go back and watch the replay or watch the highlights, because it was one of the best games this season. Maybe the best game all season this season. Maybe the best game for like the next few seasons. This was a great game. It was a great upset. Donnie Manziel, Donnie Football, brought the team back from behind. He was brought in. They were behind. He brought the team back from behind. He tied it up in the fourth quarter with only one drive remaining to go. He tied it up. And then after tying it, he took the team in overtime and took them for the win. And that right there, it was a great week. So my overall now, thanks to this 4-0 week, I've broken out of my 2-2 slump, and now I'm at 16-12. From 2-2 all year, 16-12. My overall percentage is 57.142,857, and it just repeats 14557, 142, yeah, yada yada. You get the point. Comment your picks down below. We can have a nice talk. You can disagree. Call me an idiot. I don't care. I went 4-0 last week. I did pretty good. Okay, so I'm pretty solid. I'm above 50%. I think I'm pretty solid. I'm pretty good.